Hello, happy autumn. It is raining here in Eastern Washington. It's trying to think about snowing, getting really cold. So it's making me want to cook lots and lots of comfort food, cold weather food, make soup, make stew, bake, all that good stuff. So I ran to the local library and shopped on Amazon, and I grabbed a whole bunch of comfort food cookbooks. And I'm starting to think about Thanksgiving. I'm going to be hosting Friendsgiving. So let me send a message to start off the conversation over on Amazon Live. I'm going to say happy TGIF because, yes, I've been working too hard this week. And I think this weekend I'm going to try and take some time off, get into the kitchen, do some cooking, drink some wine, and read some books and watch some TV and snuggle and hopefully not work. We'll see how that goes. So I need to put a little banner on the screen. Cookbook Divas. There we go. And comments, waiting for our YouTube and Amazon friends to join us. We're also broadcasting live to Facebook. You can find us at Cookbook Divas on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Amazon Live at amazon.com/live/Cookbook Divas. The first library book I picked out that I wanted to talk about is 12% off today. It's Tasting Hygge. It is a cozy comfort cookbook, joyful recipes for cozy days and nights. It's by Leela Sid. I've read her other cookbook and enjoyed it. It is Food with Friends. And here she is. Let's see if we can get a bigger picture of her. Nope. Okay. This came out in 2017. And the chapters, it has nice photography. Warm, spiced, smooth, calm, bright, and then hygge to go. Things you can make for your friends. So let's read a little bit of the introduction before I start flipping through and showing you the pictures. We're going to look through 6 cookbooks today, and then I have to take them back to the library because people are waiting for them. Although I own one of them. I own the Comfort Winter Cookbook. So let's just check out the introduction really quick. Hygge is a Danish term with no exact translation in English. It's the art of enjoying the big and small things of life, cultivating our own light, and bringing others into the glow. It happens when we take a moment to tidy up the table for a meal, dim the lamps, light some candles. Well, I might not have some choice tonight because my town is in a high wind warning. They're thinking our power will go out, so I have a full tank of gas. I charged up all my devices, my Kindle and my phone, of course. Did the phone first. And I have candles I'm ready to light, and I have tons of blankets, and I have 2 smelly furry dogs that are retrievers that love to cuddle, so I'm not worried about getting cold. But I did watch a couple YouTube videos on how to heat water over my propane fire pit outside. Of course, we don't use our propane pits inside the house or garage, do we? Only outside in the fresh air for safety. Hygge involves taking time, our most cherished and most easily squandered commodity, to cook from scratch, cultivate friendships, and engage with the world beyond our screens. Oh, yeah. So here's the warm chapter. The very first recipe of the book is Dad's Golden Biscuits and Quickie Jam. And there they are. The photography is charming. Here is shirred eggs 3 ways. Buckwheat crepe feast with all the trimmings. That's something you would share with friends. Dark chocolate disc cookies with peanut brittle and flake salt. Sounds good. I haven't baked cookies in a while. Here's a beautiful spread that is showing, let me go back and look, little brioche buns with chocolate streusel topping. Aw, cute. Now we're in the spiced chapter. They start off with spiced glögg. Of course, this is a Scandinavian cookbook. They're going to have glögg. The ingredients are freshly squeezed orange juice. Oh la la. Ginger, which I'm allergic to, so I'd have to skip it. Orange peel, cloves, cardamom pods, cinnamon sticks. Okay, I'm allergic to a lot of those. I'm not drinking glögg, but you can. Bottle of wine, brandy, a cup, an orange, tangerines, golden raisins, and slivered almonds. That sounds delicious. I am missing out. Gingerbread waffles with pears. Virginia's Quick Stollen. This is mushroom pate with pickled shallots and thyme. And it looks like it is a vegetarian pate. How nice. Spicy smashed potato bar. Braised lentils with apricots and olives on yogurt toast. This is definitely a Middle Eastern kind of inspiration. Tomato sauce, gooey cheese toast with mustard and cayenne. Who doesn't love cheesy toast on a cold day? I mean, come on. JC Mom of 3. A windstorm is coming. Yes, thank you for asking. The book is, European, but I'm surprised to see there's so much pistachio and rose and cardamom, which reminds me of the Middle East. We have a windstorm coming. It is raining right now. I want snow, but apparently we don't have snow for 2 more days. Poached pears in red wine with yogurt, rose, and crushed walnuts. Now, JC Mom of 3, I want to let you know that after I get back from the library today, somewhere in my schedule here on Amazon Live, I'm going to do a Friendsgiving show with Friends trivia, Friends calendar, Friends toys, all things Friends. I don't have I think I have a Friends cookbook, but I have to look for it. It's in my book closet, which is not very well organized. Anyway, that's later tonight. I hope you can make it. Lots of Friends trivia about the TV show. Here's a recipe for a Swedish tea ring with berries and crushed cardamom. Yum. I baked a Betty Crocker lemon poppy seed muffins out of a box mix because I was doing a shoppable video here on Amazon, so I didn't make it from scratch. And I've been nibbling at the lemon poppy seed muffins all day. Here's the smooth chapter. Enriched polenta porridge with raspberries and creme fraiche. Your daughter loves the Friends show. You've never watched a single episode of Friends. You're bracing myself for you to yell. What? Did it ever occur to you to perhaps watch Friends with your daughter and bond over it? It's such a good show. I get it. And I will pay you back. To be fair, I have never watched a single episode of Ted Lasso, and all my friends are like, what? It's like the best show ever. I'm like, I know, I just haven't seen it. Oh, she watched it as she became an adult. You weren't there. Yeah. So my boy, who's 19, of course, wasn't alive when Friends was on TV, and that makes me feel very old. But so he's now watching it in reruns, and he's obsessed with it. And he's about the right age to start getting interested in it. But he's still, up until a couple years ago, and if he knew I was telling you this, he would kill me. He was obsessed with the show Full House. Well, Full House is a show for families to watch together, but basically it's aimed at 8 and 9-year-olds. And he was watching it when he was like 16, 17. I'm like, well, I shouldn't judge your pop culture choices, but really? Your daughter's 24, your middle son's 20, and the youngest is 9. Woo, that's quite a split. Yeah, you thought you were done, and then yay, hey, Rome. We are chatting about Friends because I'm doing a Friends trivia show. We're going to chat a little bit about Friendsgiving, but I don't have all my Friendsgiving content ready, and I'm not sure I can find my Friends cookbook, but we're going to do lots of Friends trivia tonight. Hope you will join us, but it might be a little bit late your time, and you might be busy streaming yourself. So let's continue with this Tasting Hygge cookbook because I have 5 more. And I'm waiting for the rain to let up because I need to take these cookbooks to the library, and I don't want to do it in the rain and get them wet. Ugh. The library is a whole 45-second drive away from my house in this town. I love small towns. In Seattle, that would be 35 to 40 minutes round trip traffic just to drop off the library books. Ugh. Roasted celeriac and sunchoke soup with smoked paprika. I'm in a small town, not going to be able to get a hold of sunchokes, so I'm going to skip this one, but it looks really good. I like your studio setup. Oh, thank you, Rome. If you're still here, I have a question for you. I'm really struggling with my lighting today. I think I've temporarily fixed it. I had a gray Dracula's Castle backdrop for Katie's channel, Dark Side of the Library, and I had this light, my ring light here, my other light here. Worked great. Then I put this whitish beige kitchen backdrop behind me, and it's been gray all day in my shoppable videos, but it looks good on Amazon Live on stream. Why is StreamYard able to deal with the lighting better than my regular Logitech software? It was very frustrating. I filmed several dark videos, had to edit them, and then I barely moved my lights, and suddenly it's light again. I was fighting with lighting and backdrops all morning. Speaking of backdrops, I splurged on Amazon. I think I have a little Christmas backdrop problem. I bought 9 of them, and one of them was so cute that I started crying when I saw it. Wait till you see it. It's a hot cocoa stand backdrop that makes it look like I'm offering hot cocoa to people. I can't wait to do another Christmas stream and sit in front of it. It's my camera setting. I know it's just my Logitech Brio, and I adjusted the settings in the Logitech software, and I thought I took care of it. So why is it so good right now? I don't know. I'm not going to complain because it's finally light enough, and I know I'm getting a little washed out. I don't care. Because the important part is not you guys seeing my face, it's seeing the beautiful cookbook. Avocado yogurt dip with vegetables. Champagne strawberries with molasses cream. Ooh. Meanwhile, I have to jump ahead. Pistachio milk. Not something I would choose to drink, but I will eat the heck out of pistachio ice cream. Have a good stream. Thank you, Rome. Hey, I was wearing your shirt last night, but I wasn't on camera. So that didn't benefit you at all. It was clean. I got it out of the laundry and was like, woohoo! Souffle pancakes with honey butter and toasted almonds. And you guys, when I said his shirt, I didn't mean his actual shirt. Let's not start any live streamer gossip rumors. I'm thousands of miles away from him. It was his live streamer shirt that we all sell on Amazon. There's a Cookbook Divas shirt too. You can buy one. I don't have it in the carousel like an idiot. Gina Capone, OMG, Gina is here. Woo! Gina, are you going to join us tonight for Friendsgiving, where we play Friends Trivia, except JC Mama 3 can't play with us because she foolishly admitted to me she's never seen an episode of Friends. Maybe my Friends show today will inspire her and she will totally watch one. I don't know. Gina, how are you feeling? How are you doing? Hope you're doing better, and I can't wait to see you live stream. And I'm going to be doing a crazy amount of Christmas live streamings, and I'd love to have you come on or me come on yours or whatever. But do you celebrate Christmas? Not everybody does. I can do some winter live streams, winter festivities, whatever. You're doing better. Oh, I'm glad. Yes, let's multi. Yes, let's do it. Woo, it'll be fun. I have a lot more time to live stream because my boyfriend is in a different town. That sounds terrible. But if he was here, we'd probably go out to a brewery today, and then I wouldn't get any work done, but it would be fun. I do miss him. So let's get back to this awesome book. I like that it's little. Okay, I'm not going to make rice porridge with cranberries and rose because porridge, I just have oatmeal. But twice cooked sweet potatoes with rosemary, hazelnuts, and creme fraiche is about the only way you're going to get me to eat sweet potatoes. Because Cheryl and you are trying to set up a stream up next week. I still got to figure out how y'all get your carousels under each of you and whatever. That is cool that you figured that out. You guys are amazing. So, glazed turnip soup with parsley and parmesan. I'm not a turnip friend. Why wouldn't that be potato soup? But okay. Okay, this looks good. Did you guys buy tons of cans of cannellini beans during the pandemic? I was a bit of a food hoarder. So I had lots of cannellini beans in the house, and I dump them on top of salads, and I throw them in soup. But I have a lot still. So this could be a good way to use up my cans of diced tomatoes and my cannellini beans. And I did have fresh rosemary, but it got down to 32 degrees last night and killed it. So now I have to use rosemary out of a spice jar. We don't know for sure yet. Trying. I know. It's hard to plan. Gina, you're way better at being consistent and planning than me. And so is Rome. Oh my gosh. I just kind of wing it. And if I can go live, I go live. If I can't, I'm like, eh. And I learned yesterday, do not take a nap thinking I'm going to wake up and go live afterwards. I took a great nap. It was only 40 minutes. I got up. My makeup was smudged because I was drooling and my mascara was all over the pillow. So I had to fix my makeup. And then I was like, well, I'm just going to have a snack. And I had a snack and sat on the couch about 6 o'clock at night. It was all over. I started watching The Watcher, which was really scary. And I had to cuddle my dog and a stuffed animal. And then I wasn't going to be live streaming after that. You're the worst. Oh my God. Buttermilk pound cake, 6 ways. So tonight I cannot take a nap, and my body, like if I've had a nap the day before, about the same time I lay down, which is right about now, 3 o'clock, my body's like, I want to take a nap. I'm like, no, because I still have many more streams to do today. No napping. So I drank extra caffeine. Can you tell? You just binged The Watcher last night. Okay. No spoilers. Oh my God. It was actually creeping me out, Gina. And I watched tons of horror movies. When the dad, okay, the mom and kids are staying at the motel. No spoilers for everybody else. Dad goes to the basement and then something walks by like a person. Ah! Stefan says, I don't sleep. Well, that would keep you up so that you're not having, yeah. So I think I'm on episode 4 where her friend, I love that blonde actress, Jennifer, whatever. Her friend is like, you really should sell the house. I'll sell it for you. Let's look at this other house. That's the part that I'm at. And I'm like, I would have moved, bye-bye, but I guess we wouldn't have a show with multiple episodes if the lady was smart and was like, bye-bye, and moved out completely. Okay. This is the bright chapter, candied citrus rose syrup. If you felt the need to make it, almond sourdough pancakes, a nice little treat to make up for the fact that I use Bisquick all day long. A plum compote. I have plum trees in my Seattle backyard, but they only give fruit every couple years, and then they take a couple years break. Didn't have any fruit this year, but that also meant we didn't have to go outside and pick plums off the ground for hours to prevent bears from coming into the neighborhood. So there's that. Gina says, Stifler's mom. That's right. I forgot she was Stifler's mom. The minute I had something not living in my house, I would be out. Yeah. And that dumbwaiter would be cemented in like, historic preservation or not, no. How to quick pickle any veg. Anytime you have a Scandinavian cookbook, you are definitely dealing with some pickles. Yum. German-style lemony cheesecake. Oh, yes, please. Why didn't they punch that guy in the face? I know. Even the retarded guy that keeps sneaking into their house, punch him. I'm sorry if he's retarded. We can't even use the R word anymore, but that I'm talking about a movie, a fictional character who had a very punchable face. Strawberry thyme switchel. I don't know what a switchel is. Vinegar, herbs, syrup, and ginger, a refreshing beverage. Where's the alcohol? I'm not drinking that. Okay. Huga to go. Tea blending, herb salts, chocolate bark, preserved lemons. I'm not going to make my own preserved lemons, guys, because I can buy it at Trader Joe's. Bye-bye. Okay. The next book I am beyond excited to talk about. It is the most impressive cookbook I've seen in a couple months. And you guys, I look at a lot of cookbooks. This is one that I bought for myself when I saw it on Amazon while I was doing my research for our podcast, which we haven't actually done the Cookbook Divas podcast because we've been too busy doing the Dark Side of the Library podcast. Anyway, so excited. Ryland Peterson Small has not yet figured out that they should be sending me free cookbooks. Hint, because we feature so many of their cookbooks and say really nice things about them. Hello, I need your cookbooks. So I bought this for myself. That's who I mean. Oh, okay, this is gorgeous. It is more than 150 warming recipes for the colder months. On the front, it has these blood oranges, which are only available in grocery stores in like December, January, here in the US at least. It has holly and berries, which are toxic. You can't eat them. Snowy scene. Oh, I like just looking through this. Heck, cooking out of it. It's like dreamy fantasy. One of the things that's been very hard about moving to my new house over here is I don't have a fireplace. So I have a fake fireplace, and you guys will be seeing it in some of my live streams as soon as I figure out how to not catch my studio on fire. You're a horrible chef. You need all of these recipes. Oh, but Gina, that's what takeout and restaurants were invented for. And I'm an okay cook, but I'm a lazy, busy cook, and so I just go to restaurants, and part of that is because I'm social. If I could go out to a restaurant every night and then come home and have some quiet alone time to read a book, I would be the happiest person ever. Because you go to the restaurant with friends, you see your friends, then you're like, bye, I'm going to go home and read. Shh, don't talk to me. You're antisocial. I find that very hard to believe. So the chapters have adorable names: snow day snacks, cold day comforts, fireside feasts, winter salads, boring, sorry, and indulgent treats, and then a cup of cheer. Now, if I had written this cookbook, which no one asked me to, the cup of cheer would be in the front because then you can drink your drink while you're cooking the food. What do you think? I don't know. It's true, lol. You are not antisocial. Maybe you turn it on for the camera. Woo! And then the minute the camera's off, you're like, it could be. Nah. Introduction. When the weather turns cold and the days grow short, what could be better than warming up by the fire and enjoying home-cooked food with family and friends? That's right. Snow day snacks. I am hoping to get a snow day on Saturday as promised. Okay. Oh, here we go. First recipe of the book. Now, I love this cookbook. I am saying amazing things about it, but I want more pictures. There are 2 recipes on this page, and I don't know which one this photo is of because it doesn't say. It must be the Parmesan custards with anchovy toast because it's not a creamy pancetta and onion tart. But I want to see the recipe of how the pancetta and onion tart is supposed to look when I make it. Because then I feel confident if I succeed, and if not, I'm like, oh crap, throw it in the trash and start over. Yes, snow day snacks, says Gina, minus the snow. Hey, Gina, do you think now that Amazon is keeping track of our comments and it didn't used to, are we still going to be reading them out loud in the future, like as part of the Amazon, like how we do it? Maybe that's because I still have people watching on YouTube that can't see the Amazon comments, I guess. Yeah, I guess I have to keep reading them. Okay, fine. Good thing I read fast. Now, here's a picture of a pan and a rolling pin, but I'd rather see what the leek and blue cheese quiche with hazelnut pastry are going to look like if I make them. And here's a recipe for egg rice pockets, but what do they look like? Because I'm not going to make them if I don't know what they're going to look like. So that's one drawback of this otherwise fantastic cookbook. For example, here's a recipe for meat pie. I guess I can imagine what meat pie looks like. But this is tempting. Cheddar and cider fondue. Cheese for dinner? Yes. With cheese and bread and apples for dinner. I might have to do that tonight. Yay. Minus the snow. Oh, I want snow. Okay, no. Would your kid eat this? I'm guessing no, but I could be wrong. Chicken liver parfait with fig relish and toasted brioche? Why would they eat that when you can just give them mac and cheese in a salad? Cheese and basil soufflés. Sounds good. They suggest serving 4 as an appetizer or 2 as a main dish. Cute picture of kids playing in the snow. And this is Seoul goujons, which looks like fish and chips to me. I don't understand because I don't eat fish. Nope. Bye. Yeah, kids are not going to eat chicken liver parfait. Pastry cigars with halloumi, but no picture of them. Leek and cheddar mini quiches. Yum. My boyfriend doesn't like quiche. What's there not to like about cheese and eggs? I guess it's gooey. It's the texture thing. This is very herby falafel with red pepper hummus. I don't think I'd eat that as a snow day. I just find falafel so dry. Maybe if I could dip it in lots of tzatziki. Or baked goat cheese with herb ciabatta. Liver parfait sounds not good. You're going to say hi to Candy. Go for it. Tell her hi for me too. Olive souffle. I don't know what that is. Salt cod, potato, and butter bean fritters. Oh, tapenade and Parmesan cheese straws. Yum. We're getting to the soup section. I love making soups. I've got to get my stock pot out. Apple, parsnip, and thyme soup. Lentil, spinach, and cumin soup. I don't know which one this is, though, because they don't label it. Spiced pumpkin and coconut soup. Vietnamese beef pho. No, that looks like shrimp. So this must be the beef no. Seafood tom yam. Okay. Please, Ryland Peters, label your pictures so I know which one is which. Okay, flavored butters. Let's move on. Oh, a vegetable gratin with fresh herbs and goat cheese. Yes. So don't get me wrong. I am loving this cookbook. There's just a few alterations. You're getting hungry now. I know, right? Mashed potato pie with bacon, leeks, and cheese. I'm going to hold this up so you can drool over it. Barley risotto with mushrooms and goat cheese. I get a little risottoed out because I'm vegetarian, so when I go to restaurants that are mostly for fancy meat eaters, they don't know what to do for me, so they make me a risotto. And it's perfectly delicious. Check this out. Whoa. This is the Fireside Feast chapter. Yum. Extra crispy macaroni and cheese. Now, I found out the hard way that my kids, I could never vary the mac and cheese recipe. The first time I made it, and I make mine a little bit different every time depending on what is going on. I definitely sneak peas into mine because otherwise my boys, who were foster kids before I got them, well, they're relatives, long story, they were not fed healthy food. So I made mac and cheese one time, snuck peas into it, and forevermore I could not change any of the ingredients. It had to be that way. So I wish I'd snuck other stuff into it back then. Sausage, pasta, and bean stew with greens. Braised duck and white bean cassoulet. And be aware that cassoulet normally takes more than a day to really get the best flavors. It's a lot of work. And coconut chicken curry with spiced lentil, dal, and potatoes. That looks very hearty. This is seafood and yellow split pea curry. So this is a more international cookbook than I would have expected. I like that. Or global, whatever word I should use there. A winter vegetable bake or a butternut squash, corn, and bread bake with cheese and chives. That looks amazing. A pork and lentil salad. I'm going to skip the salads because those are boring. Here's the baking chapter. And they're baking hazelnut cheesecake bars. That's something I've not heard of before, really. Pear and almond tart. Dutch apple pie. Yum. Ooh, regular apple pie. We're getting down to the end. Here is a chocolate chestnut brownie tort. No, this must be the pumpkin and cinnamon strudel because I don't see enough chocolate on there. Oh. And poached pears. That is a pretty impressive cookbook, don't you think? That is Comfort, a winter cookbook. It just came out like a few days ago. Okay, I'm going to set that aside and jump over to Well Plated. I am so impressed by this. I hate taking it back to the library. It is on sale, 31% off. It is $20.72 for those of you that still use paper cookbooks like I do. It's fast, healthy recipes that you'll want to eat. And it does have lots of meat recipes, but many vegetarian ones too. Love it, love it. So this came out in October 2020. It has gorgeous photography by Becky Harden. And the contents are Good Morning Sunshine, Let's Party, Seriously Satisfying Salads, Main Attractions, Beyond the Bread, Sandwiches and Other Handhelds, Soups On, Second Helpings and Sides, and Don't Skip Desserts. Okay. I'm going to skip the introduction, but there's the lovely author. She's talking about her pantry staples. Good Morning Sunshine. Here's the first chapter. And the first recipe of the book is these gorgeous fruit and honey scones. And I don't make my own granola. I just buy it. Check out these freezer breakfast sandwiches. I'm not sure how that works. I haven't read how it works, but do you freeze bread to good? Like, do you pop it out of the freezer and throw it in the, I don't know, but that's pretty cool looking. I like the way they stack them. Cheesy Southwest breakfast casserole. I would make this. I'm not a fan of red or green bell peppers, and it seems like the word Southwest in a recipe means let's put green and red bell peppers in there and torture Carrie. Oh well, everyone else on the planet will love that. Oh, there she is with her husband. Okay. Superhero smoothie. If you like smoothies, be sure to check out Christina Nietzsche's Amazon stream. Whole wheat blueberry banana bread. Nice. In fact, I have some blueberries that are going kind of south. I should make this recipe. Ooh, what is this? Oh, this is gorgeous. Everyday apple cinnamon pancakes. Very autumn. That would be a nice treat on a Saturday and Sunday when we might have more time to cook. Caramelized onion bacon dip for those football games that we're watching, right? Mm-hmm. And sticky Asian cauliflower wings. Tempts me so much. Here's some sweet potato pizza bites. And Santa Fe grilled chicken salad for a healthy, easy dinner. but not very warming, but that's okay. This is not supposed to be a winter cookbook. Modern macaroni salad. Do I see some peppers in there? I do. I can't get away from the peppers. At least it's yellow peppers. They're the least objectionable. Roasted beets with honey orange ricotta. I'm jumping ahead. 5-ingredient maple Dijon salmon. Is that too fancy? Do you prefer your salmon plainer? Sheet pan, sweet chili, Asian baked fish, and vegetables. There's an entire sheet pan cookbook that we did a look through that you can see over on our YouTube channel at Cookbook Divas. I loved the sheet pan cookbook, and I did make a couple things out of it. So easy for cleanup. Butternut squash chicken and wild rice casserole. Perfect autumn side dish or Thanksgiving side dish. Better than a restaurant baked cauliflower parmesan. Ultimate creamy mac and cheese 4 ways. Spaghetti pie. That looks really fun. That looks like something a kid might eat, depending on the kiddo. Beyond the bread, sandwiches and other handhelds. Buffalo chicken burgers with blue cheese sauce. Oh, I skipped way too far. Grown-up grilled cheese 3 ways. And now we are in the soup chapter with some blue ribbon chili. Chicken pot pie stew. Oh, yeah. I bet you wouldn't have any leftovers on that one. And then tostones, crispy baked plantain chips. No thanks, I can buy them from Trader Joe's. I don't have that kind of time. But here is homemade rosemary cheddar cornbread. You could bring a pan of this to the next football game at your friend's house to say thank you for hosting them. Lemony sauteed summer squash and chickpeas. Golden carrots and farro. The very best oatmeal chocolate chip cookies. I jumped into the dessert section. What is this? That looks like a hot mess, actually. That's a lot going on there. What on earth is that? Sweet summer fruit crumble bars. Oh, okay. With tons of whipped cream on top. Chocolate covered strawberry brownies. I would call that strawberry covered chocolate brownies, but that's just me. But I like this cookbook a lot. That's the well-plated cookbook. Next up, who's ready for a Mexican food cookbook? Nopalito is 35% off, $19.59. It's by Gonzalo Guzman with Stacey Adamando. He has a restaurant in San Francisco called Nopalito, and this is his cookbook. Chef Guzman. So I grew up in San Diego, a few minutes from the Tijuana border, so I've eaten lots of Mexican food in my life. Authentic, but I don't eat meat, so I missed out on a lot of the good stuff. This is by 10 Speed Press. Here's the contents, background and basics from Mexico to your kitchen, house recipes, like how to make your own crema, recommended tools, and then small plates, and then big plates, and then drinks and desserts, and then nopalito salsas, many of them. So I'm going to jump ahead. He's talking about the Mexican kitchen, building the Mexican pantry. He spends a lot of time talking about masa, how to make it yourself, or how to edit the store-bought masa. I'm not going to make my own masa. I don't have that kind of time, but if you really wanted to, here's how you do it. And then he's going to show us how to make tortillas, step-by-step photos. I always appreciate those. And I do make my own tortillas. I was taught how to make them by native Mexicans that were there before the Spaniards conquered. They were called mestizas, but I'm not sure you can use that word anymore. Anyway, these little ladies had tiny little hands, and they would put the dough, and they would just do this until it was flat and put it on the stove and cook it. So I learned how to do it that way. How to buy chiles, what to look for in the store, all about tomatillos, how to make your own queso fresco. Again, I probably wouldn't when I can buy it at the store. Teleras Mexican sandwich rolls. I've actually never heard of those. How to make your own pickled red onions, escabeche rojo. How to make your own pickled vegetables, etc. Now, let's skip ahead. For those of you just joining us, we're looking through Nopalito, a Mexican restaurant cookbook. Shrimp ceviche, and a different kind of ceviche. How to prepare Dungeness crab. So I'm from Seattle, and there's lots of Dungeness crab served in Seattle restaurants. guacamole, which I am making tonight because I have to use up 4 avocados. Cactus leaf salad. Have you eaten cactus before? I have. It's edible. I wouldn't go out and pick it and eat it, but I could eat it. Toasted corn with crema, ground chile, and queso fresco. Yum. Here's crispy red quesadillas with braised red pork and pork rinds. Ooh, crunchy. Here is sweet potato tamales with mole amarillo. And there's a recipe here somewhere for how to make the mole. There it is. And mole takes days to make. Normally. Step-by-step photos for making your tamales. Here's tostadas de picadillo. Here's arroz mexicano, Mexican rice. Yum, different than Spanish rice. Braised pinquito beans. We call them pink beans in America. And you can make refried beans out of pinto beans or pink beans or black beans. I usually make them out of black beans. Here's roasted vegetables in cascabel chile oil. I don't know what cascabel is. I'll have to look it up. This is my favorite Mexican breakfast, chilaquiles, with scrambled eggs. And they're made really spicy, so I make them myself so I can cut down on the spice level. Because smashed shrimp with eggs and salsa, chicken soup with fried noodles. Ooh. And carne asada con chorizo. This is what my boyfriend would eat. That would be his favorite. Breaded chicken sandwiches with sesame rolls. That's getting a little global. Red shrimp enchiladas. Here's the dessert and drink chapter. They saved the best for last. They said sweets have a special place in Mexican culture. Although, unlike elsewhere in the world, they're not always eaten at dessert. Horchata, limonada, strawberry limeade, Mexican spiced iced coffee. This is called a killer bee, and there's an El Diablo. Ooh, now I'm getting thirsty. A margarita, Mexican coffee, a Bloody Maria. That is your tour of the Nopalito Mexican Kitchen Cookbook. Click on it in the carousel to check it out. We're going to look through 2 more cookbooks today before I end this live stream and start getting ready for my Friendsgiving celebration of the Friends TV show. Okay, this book is heavy. I'm going to look through it very briefly. I love this cookbook. $365, a year of everyday cooking and baking. It is 33% off today, $26.75. It's by Mika Peters, and this came out in 2019. It is an amazing seasonal cookbook. Every month has recipes for the types of foods you'd be able to find fresh and locally grown nearby, and hopefully not transported over all the states, etc. So, introduction. She says, what shall we cook tonight? Let's take the pressure off. The kitchen isn't a place where we have to perform. It's our choice what we eat, and how we feel when we prepare it. Okay. Plum-filled yeast dumplings with vanilla custard and poppy seeds is in the January chapter. Fennel and tomato lasagna with crunchy bacon might be a little too flavorful for my household. So we don't have a picture for every recipe. Sad face. But if we did, the book could be even bigger. But check this out. Spice roasted chicken with butter beans and mint. I hope my mint survives the frost tonight. It might. Kale and barlati bean soup with poached eggs. And I really appreciate how many vegetarian recipes she's included in here. Preserved artichokes with pink grapefruit and dukkha spices. So this cookbook definitely has a global feel to it. She's borrowing foods and combinations from other traditions. German beef roulades with potato dumplings. That looks horrible, but it's hard to photograph brown food and not make it look gross. I'm sure it tastes amazing. Cauliflower soup with tahini and gremolata. Spinach gnocchi with mushrooms and bacon. I'm going to skip ahead to February if I can. Blood orange and arugula salad with black olives and onion. Spicy chorizo mussels with chile and marjoram. I'm going to skip ahead. This is spaghetti with sun-dried tomato and pistachio pesto. Beluga lentils with orange Grand Marnier rutabaga. Ooh. Oh, hello. Tangerine jam chocolate brownies. Now we're in March. I'm just looking for some good photos to show you. Oh, she calls this Maltese zeppoli fried cream puffs with vanilla ricotta and fresh berries. Yum. German chocolate and ricotta cheesecake. We're going to jump into April, my birthday month. Spaghetti with asparagus, burrata, and ramp pesto. Provençal pine nut date and honey tart is in the May chapter. Lemon mascarpone risotto with crispy sage. I tried making crispy sage recently. It did not work. I did something wrong. I'll try again. Rhubarb corn galette with saffron sugar. I have never seen a recipe for that before. Wow, that's interesting. I want to find a good picture. Ooh, Maltese ricotta pie with lemon syrup and pistachios. We're still in May. Here is pan-roasted asparagus and potatoes with leftover herb pesto, still in May. Let's see what we're cooking in June. Elderflower lime cake. Gorgeous. Sauteed zucchini with melon and pecorino. Apricot crumble tart. And this photograph is a work of art. They should win an award for it. That looks amazing. I didn't used to be an apricot fan. And we had an apricot tree in my backyard when we were growing up. And one of my chores was to take the apricots to the neighbors after climbing up to harvest them or shaking the tree onto a quilt. And now I wish I had an apricot tree because now I like them. But they're kind of sour, right? They kind of hit you here like, woo, but they're delicious. Here's a cherry panzanella salad with Stilton, shallots, and thyme. I love panzanella salad, but I get why some people don't like it because the bread gets mushy. Crespel with radicchio, potatoes, and Gruyere. Let's go into the month of July for a sauteed zucchini, eggplant, and bell pepper with chèvre cheese and coriander oil. Ricotta cheesecake Swiss roll with peaches and blackberries. Woo! Now we're in August. Pork tenderloin wrapped in blackberries, mustard, and coppa di Parma. French yogurt cake with plums and cardamom and figs. We're hitting August now. Spaghetti with coriander, fennel, meatballs, and tomato sauce. I'm not cooking spaghetti in August because it'll be 100 degrees in Seattle, so no turning on the stove. Spinach and ricotta stuffed conchiglione. I hope I said that right. With roasted tomatoes. Now we're in September. Cherry chocolate meringue pie. Okay, cherries are not local in September, but okay, that's fine. I happen to live in cherry country. In fact, there's a cherry orchard about 500 feet away from me. Maybe a little more. 500 yards? 300 yards. Anyway, this is Riesling mussels with grapes, tarragon, and marjoram. This is squash pasta with orange, maple, and sage. Perfect for autumn, and this is the September chapter. This is Provençal vegetable garden gratin with fresh herbs. Mine never come out looking that pretty. I should work on that. That looks gorgeous. And then we're going to jump into October. Roasted parsnips with clementine, blood orange, and thyme. Squash pesto sandwich with dates and chèvre. Blueberry and lemon cream cheese babka. Whoa, what's this? Roasted squash, shallot, and radicchio salad with Stilton. November, sauerkraut, ricotta, gnocchi with juniper butter. That sounds like a lot of work. That sounds cool, though. Oh, what's this? Braised lamb shanks with orange herbs and spices. I have to say how much work went into creating this cookbook and taking all these fabulous photos and creating the recipes. Wow. Persimmon streusel bars. Not something I've ever eaten. I'd like to try it. Raclette and onion spätzle. German food. Yum. And we're in December. Here's a salt-baked salmon with blood orange, turmeric, and thyme. Slow roasted duck a la orange with lingonberry, pork gravy, and chestnuts. This is a fantastic cookbook. It is huge. Basically, if you were only going to have one in your kitchen for autumn and winter, it could be this one. She's got everything in there. A year of everyday cooking and baking. I'm a big fan. I'm going to be sad that I have to take it back to the library. One book left, and it is a massive one, and it is on sale, shockingly, 80% off. It's $8. It's supposed to be $40. Look at this. Big Papa. It's over 450 pages. David Tanis Market Cooking. And basically, well, let me read the part where he explains what market cooking is. This came out in 2017. The chapters are Mad for Vegetables, Kitchen Essentials, The Art of Seasoning, and Alliums United. So here it is, where cooking begins. When I say market cooking, I'm referring to a common French term. If a French chef or an acclaimed home cook is asked which cuisine is his or her specialty, the response may well be la cuisine du marché. It would be my response too. Loosely translated, it means I go to the market, see what looks best, and then decide what will go on the menu. So he basically grabs an ingredient. I just want to show you that delicious. He'll grab something like lentils. What do you do with the lentil? And beans. And he goes through all these different recipes that you could use them for. So he does it for zucchini, asparagus, artichokes, cowboy beans with bacon, black beans with chorizo, all the different ways you can prepare it. Next up, tomatoes. All the different things you can do with tomatoes, besides slice and eat them. So it's a great cookbook for, I found this weird vegetable at the store. I bought it. What do I do with it? Different options. I would never buy these peppers and eat them. But here's a pepperonata. Baked peppers with feta and breadcrumbs. I'm just not a pepper fan. Here's the eggplant chapter. A lot of people don't know what to do with eggplants. Japanese eggplant with miso. Italian grilled eggplant, yum. Fried eggplant sandwich, yes, please. I mean, if you fry food, we all like it better. Here's the potato chapter. I can't wait to see what he came up with. The glorious Spanish tortilla. French potato salad. Beets roasted in their skin. Yellow beet salad with mustard seeds. Pan roasted parsnips with coriander. Here's a carrot chapter. Roasted coconut carrots. Those of you just joining us, we're looking through our final cookbook of this live stream. David Tanis Market Cooking. Butter stewed radishes with dill. So I will eat radishes and I crunch them, but I've never cooked them like this, and I'm very intrigued. Do they get soft? Yeah, it says they get tender. I'm shocked. That's a very French recipe with all the butter and the dill. Daikon radish in dashi broth. Now we have a Japanese recipe. Celery salad with pistachios. Seared cauliflower with anchovy, lemon, and capers. So I'm guessing the next recipe is also cauliflower. Cauliflower couscous with spiced butter. And gonna jump ahead. Kimchi soup with pork belly. Winter squash chapter. Let's look at this one because it is autumn. Hubbard squash with parmesan and brown butter. Sake steamed kabocha with miso. Oh, the mushroom chapter. Raw porcini mushroom salad. Tagliatelle with wild mushrooms. Yum. Grilled royal trumpets with garlic, parsley, and rosemary. So you get the point of this book of all the different vegetables and ways you can cook them. And it's not a vegetarian cookbook because a lot of the things they're making have meat in them. So this is David Tanis Market Cooking. It's unbelievably just $8. That is a cookbook deal of the day. That's what I would say. So thank you for watching. I know we had people watching over on YouTube and on Facebook at our Cookbook Divas page and on Amazon Live. And be sure to tune in later tonight when I'm doing my Friendsgiving Friends Pop Culture Celebration. I'll see you then. Gotta go to the library and get a snack. Bye.